Well, I hope you're all excited because it's time for Steve's black metal vinyl extravaganza, right? If I had a theme song, if there was ever time for a theme song, it would be now. Like, I grabbed a bunch of black metal records and look what was in there. The best of Lobo. How did I accidentally grab that? That's not appropriate. All right. So it's time to get super excited. What am I doing? I just grabbed some of the stuff that's like A through L a little bit. I think I showed this one maybe before. Archgoat. It's war metal. Bestial. War metal. And then, you know what? I don't even. Beherit. The Oath of Black Blood. The Oath of Black Blood. Finnish war metal. Archgoat is Finnish war metal too. These are nice. These packages, man. They're super fancy. Look at that. And you got like the whole booklet. It's just an insane amount of material. This is actually, you know what? That's the cover for a CD. I have this on CD. That's a little sort of demo they recorded before this album, I think it's called At the Devil Studio. I have it on CD. It's probably been released on vinyl too, but this is, yeah, you know what I like by Beheri a lot is I like let's just save that for later. I like the kind of experimental sort of, there's like there's a CD called the Beast of Beherit, and they have some tracks on there that are like these atmospheric ambient sort of pieces. Really interesting. So I like that. This is something, man, this stuff gets reissued all the time. Everybody has this. This is Fallen Angel of Doom by Blasphemy. It's more war metal. I didn't like war metal at first, just because it's kind of like, I'm not huge into death metal. I really used to not like death metal, but I've started listening to more like Deicide, and I always liked Obituary. I don't like Morbid Angel, and I don't like Cannibal Corpse. I don't like the vocal delivery. I don't like the vacuum cleaner type vocals, but Obituary is. Oh, you know what I like? I like death. I have a playlist with some death on it, so I like death. So war metal kind of veers into that death metal territory, and that's why I was always kind of dismissive of it. But I don't know. I think because of Archgoat and Beherit, I started to appreciate it more. And I saw these Blasphemy albums used, or yeah, maybe they were new. I don't know. They always are reissuing these. I saw them at Amoeba, and I picked them up. I started listening to them too. So Blasphemy, that's really good. Oh man, now it's getting controversial, right? You know what's weird is that I put this on. I don't know why. I don't even remember where I got this, but I put this on a couple weeks ago, and I was listening to it because I used to have it on CD and I sold it, and I was like, man, this is like way better than I remember it being. I think this one, now that I've re-listened to it, I re-listened to it on vinyl, and and I'm like, yeah, it's actually really cool. It's really good. And the second one is good. Et Engang Von whatever. But I have that on CD. The best one I really like is Philosophium, whatever it is, the philosophy. That one's really good. The black metal tunes on there are really good, and then the ambient tunes are really good. I didn't even say the name, man. I didn't even say the guy's name, so you guys can't even get upset. Or you guys aren't going to get upset. Other people are going to get upset. In the finished black metal, I have 2 copies of this. I have one that's from Peaceville, and then I have another that was from a record club thing. Gimme Metal vinyl. I wonder which one this is. I made a mistake in the finished black metal episode. This is the Peaceville one because it's black. The Gimme Metal one is like some colored vinyl, probably maybe colored black. But I made a mistake in my finished black metal one where I said that Behexen's by the Blessing of Satan is my favorite black metal album of all time. It's not, dude. It's this one. This is it. It's kind of the first. I mean, Mayhem, yes. But it's kind of the first where aesthetically everything falls into place. The cover. And then also the sonic delivery. And if you want to, I mean, because Death Crush by Mayhem is really great. And then Live in Leipzig, in my opinion, captures what the first proper Mayhem full album could have been, with like Freezing Moon and whatnot on it, with the vocalist that we should have had on it, which is dead. So between Death Crush and Live in Leipzig, you have the makings, all the appropriate building blocks for the classic black metal debut. It's just it never coincided, and these guys got to do it first, and they did it, and it's one of my favorite albums of all time. If we're talking about and I didn't grab the Behexen one because I had that in my finished black metal one, but if we are talking about my favorite black metal albums of all time, I think I would put Behexen's By the Blessing of Satan as number 2. But number 1 has to be Blades in the Northern Sky. It is the greatest. You know what I realized too? I have some Death Heaven records, but they're in the other room. So they're going to make it onto Steve's black metal vinyl Extravaganza, that's the word, part 2. This is part 1. It's not going to be very long. It's at 8:24. Can I get it under 10? The second album, Under Funeral Moon. I think this is, I want to say this is the record, the Gimme vinyl exclusive. It's great. It's a perfect medium point between Blaze in the Northern Sky and then this one, Transylvanian Hunger. I was listening to this on CD the other day. It's really good. You know what I was listening to by them on Spotify? It was Plague Welder, because I saw that interview with Nocturno, or I read an interview with Nocturno Culto, and he was talking about how Plague Welder was kind of his album. Like, he was taking charge. And I was like, and I was listening to it, and I was like, yeah, this is really good. It's hard for me to find a Dark Throne that I don't really like to love. But if people ask me what Dark Throne to listen to, I have the specific ones. I have 2 Leviathan records. I have this one, and then I have Massive Conspiracy Against the Human Race, which is in the other room. So when I do the Death Heaven, when I do the next video installment, there's going to be a little bit more esoteric stuff. Obviously, this stuff isn't that esoteric. I want to say something also really quick about the record store days. Now it's going to be over 10 minutes, but it's going to be okay. We're going to we're gonna pull through. Um, what was really interesting about working at the record store is that I had read about black metal when I was in high school because all that stuff with Varg and Euronymous and all that stuff was fresh. It was like no, it wasn't fresh. It was a couple years down the road, but it took news longer to travel. And I remember reading about it and being like, whoa, these guys are crazy. And then strangely enough, and I don't remember things that great, but I can almost say definitively that at the time I was at Penny Lane in Santa Monica and Westwood, and then I did a few shifts at some of the other stores, never once did I ever see any black metal CDs, because they would have been CDs, come through. You never saw it. Never. That's how difficult it was to get this stuff. And now look at what you can get. You can get all the stuff, really, dude. You know? So now it's like unavoidable. But the idea that in like the late 90s, early 2000s, that you would be picking up these albums, that they'd be so readily available, was just kind of insane. And when I first tried to get a copy of Blaze in the Northern Sky on CD in around 2003, 2002 or 2003 or somewhere around there, it was really hard. It was really difficult. I think I tried to get it through Amazon or something, but it was really hard to get. So that stuff, it was legitimately obscure in the way that black metal people talk about, obscure cult black metal. But I do have some, I think part 2, we're going to have a little bit more esoteric stuff, but it's just nothing that this is a good video. This is a good poser video, because all the real hardcore black metal people can get on here and call me a poser. And then the more they comment calling me a poser because I have the most stereotypical black metal albums, the more the algorithm is going to help me out. I have a Graveland record too. I have Thousand Swords. I wonder if I should show that in the video. What do you think? You think I'll get canceled for the Graveland record? So maybe I'll show the Graveland. And you know what? By Graveland, Celtic Winter is great. Carpathian Wolves, that's the one that has Barbarism Returns at the beginning. Great. Thousand Swords is really good. And he started getting into a kind of a war metal thing. Actually, I have a lot of Graveland on CD. I really like it because he's doing a lot of the stuff he's following the Bathory trajectory. Really straight up black metal, getting into this more kind of Viking pagan sort of thing. So it's not too bad. It's like 13 minutes now. So that's Steve's Black Metal Vinyl Extravaganza Part 1.